Hello! How are you today?
Hey, what's up guys? It's Saltarella here, and been a minute. It takes me about a month and a year to get a video out, just because I don't have the willpower to get out of bed and do this to make a video. I'm sorry. But I did, however, see something on the internet, which I am I'm a little late to the party about. It was a video about irrational fears. And irrational fears are stuff that you're afraid of or things that make you nervous that you are scared of. Wait a minute. What? Rewind. Alright. Irrational fears are things that you're scared of or things that make you nervous that are, I don't want to say stupid, but that cannot hurt you. Things that are not feasible or real or something weird, you know what I mean? And I made a list of some of mine. And some of them are pretty funny. I saw one video, I don't remember the name of it, but if I can find it again, I'll put a picture like right here. Something about toilets flushing. She was afraid of really loud toilets flushing, and I thought that was hilarious. Mine aren't that funny. Well, they're funny to me, but I got a list and also got some input from some other of my friends, and we're gonna go through some of things that I am scared of that are stupid and weird. So the first thing that I am scared of, I'm not really scared of it, but I'm always worried that this is gonna happen, is anytime I'm in like a store like Walmart or Target and have like on a jacket or a hoodie and I'm constantly reaching in my pocket to get my phone out and look at text messages and put them back up, I'm always afraid somebody is gonna think I'm stealing. I don't know why. I'm just so terrified that the security person who's watching the cameras are gonna see me continuously reaching in and out of my pocket and be like, "Look, she's stealing. Oh, somebody get her!" And then I have somebody following me around the store. Alright, second thing, it makes me so nervous to drive next to 18-wheelers. To my fellow people up north who call them semis, fight me. Anyway, I'm scared to drive next to them on the interstate. Whenever I'm driving and there's an 18-wheeler in front of me or beside me, I have to either slow down and let them just go, or I have to speed up and get in front of them because I cannot drive next to an 18-wheeler because I'm so terrified that they're not gonna see me and they're gonna move over and me and my itty bitty little torso are gonna get squashed like a bug. Alright, just like, I know this one time I was driving up to my college and I was trying to speed past this 18-wheeler, like going around him, and all of a sudden this other 18-wheeler got in front of me. And so I couldn't go any faster than him, and so I was stuck. One 18-wheeler on this side and one in front of me, and lo and behold, I look behind me and there's another one coming. I didn't do nothing to them. I don't know if they were phoning in on their radios. She got, hi John, yes, do you see a girl over here? Yeah, she's trying to pass me. I think we need to sandwich her in. Yeah, thanks. I know a lot of you have this fear, but it's people saying that we need to have a talk or call me. Anytime that I see somebody send me a text message that's like, "We need to talk," my heart rate just like dead, flatlined. Literally, my parents do this all the time. They'll just be like, "Call me." And I'm like, "Oh no, they know everything. My life is over." But literally, they're just asking me, what do I want for dinner? Like, it's nothing, it's never anything huge. Backwards fear that normally when somebody breaks up with you, which this has happened to me every single time I've been broken up with, it's, "We need to talk." It never goes over well. And if you do that to somebody for fun, let me let you in on a little secret. Come here. No, come in closer. Just a little bit closer. Come on. You're an asshole, okay? Nobody likes you. This one's weird. I can't go to the bathroom in other people's houses. Like if I meet somebody new and I go over to their house and I have to pee, I'll hold it for as long as I can, or I'll be like, hey, let's go get something to eat, and then I'll pee in that place. Like, I cannot pee in other people's houses. I don't want them to hear me pee. And it's the same thing if I'm in a public restroom and somebody else comes in, I stop all what I'm done and I wait for them to leave. And it's the worst when they do the same, and so we're both just sitting there in awkward silence waiting for the other person to finish peeing and leave. I sat in the bathroom for 15 minutes one time trying to outwait another person for them to get out of the bathroom so I could finish my business. Alright, moving on. We're done with that. This one is tearing off my real nail via fake nails. Now, if you see these right here, these lovely joys that I got, I'm so terrified that I'm going to hit something with them or smack them, and the fake nail is just going to rip off and rip my real nail off with it. And so every time somebody like touches me or I hit them, I immediately just like cringe in fear, and I'm just like, oh my god, my nail's gonna rip off. I'm not gonna have any more nails. I'm gonna puke everywhere, blood, just guts and gore, and just My next irrational fear is getting my hair cut. Yeah, you heard me. Getting my hair cut. This split end central. I have not gotten my hair cut in a year. And even then, it was a dry, itty bitty, little off the top. Because I'm so terrified that they're gonna cut it too short or they're gonna cut it wrong. Because it's happened to me all the time. Always. And I try to tell them, I'm like, hey, if you wet my hair and you cut it, it's gonna end up shorter than you think it is. And like, oh, I know, I'm a hairstylist, I'm good at this. And then I end up with like hair up to here because they thought they knew what they were doing. Alright. Bloody Mary being said anytime. If I'm watching a YouTube video and they say BM, the BM word, I will immediately mute the video and wait it out, because I do not mess with that. Even just, it's just a rational fear that even if I don't say it, the mirror is gonna hear it off of whatever I'm listening to, and she's gonna come up and kill me just because somebody on the internet said it. So nope, not dying today. No, thank you. Mute. All right, I know this one for a fact is other people. Closing my eyes in the shower. I cannot. I have a terrible fear that if I shut my eyes in the water, something is gonna attack me. And I know that's not physically possible. I know it's not. People hearing me chew. I don't like people hearing me chew. I don't really have an explanation for that. People touching my armpits or my feet. Now, I sweat a lot. I always have this irrational fear. I sweat so much that I don't want people touching me in my armpits. Like, I'm pretty sure I have a sweat stain going up. Yeah, look at that. I sweat no matter what. I do not want people touching me in the armpits where I sweat, because I don't want them touching my sweat and thinking that I'm gross. Because I do wear deodorant. I promise you I wear deodorant. It's just, I just sweat for no reason at all. I just sweat like a man, and it's gross and I hate it. Tripping in public. I'm terrified of tripping in public, mostly because I'm clumsy as shit. So I do it all the time. I trip all the time in public. And I guess I just think that once I trip, they know. They know my secrets. My trip just lets out my deepest, darkest secrets, and it's out there in the open on a giant billboard where everybody can see them, and I'm just so ashamed. It's awful. And it's mostly because I trip on my own self. Like, maybe I just didn't pick my feet up far enough off the ground when I'm walking, and I trip and fall. Tongues. I'm not very gifted in the chesticle department. And so when I was younger, I would wear really tight clothes to emphasize what little I had, just to make sure nobody would think I was a boy. Like, in my teenage little brain, I was like, if I wear tight clothes to show off what little I got, people will not think I'm a boy because they'll see it. I just had a fear of people thinking I was a boy because of a little gift, My next irrational fear is touching paper with dry hands. I think I got this from school because I literally cannot, like, the feel of touching paper with dry hands, just the sound that it makes and the feel. Oh god, I have goosebumps now. Seriously, it's not, I don't like it. This one is new. Ladybugs and or those Japanese imitation of ladybugs. Those like Japanese beetles that look like ladybugs. This is new to me because when I was at college in my dorm, me and my boyfriend at the time were just chilling, just laying down watching some Netflix, and I look up at the ceiling, the other side of the room, and I see a little thing just crawling around. And I stared at it for a little while, and I was like, what is that? Is that a bug? And from here, it looked like a ladybug, and so I'm like, why is there a ladybug in my room? I only had windows. My windows were probably about this big. They were just really tall, but they were like this big. And they didn't open. They didn't open. These windows didn't open. So I was like, why is there a ladybug in here? How did it get in here? So I asked my boyfriend, I was like, do you see that? And he's like, what? And I was like, that bug? And he was like, oh yeah, I see them. And I was like, them? 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 What do you mean, them? And then I look over to my side of the room, and there's a horde of them on the window, on the ceiling, just there. I had an infestation of those stinking Japanese beetles, and I looked outside and they were everywhere. They were everywhere, and I was like, oh my god, what is happening? And I didn't know that they were the Japanese beetle at the time, but I got in there, I was like, they're ladybugs. Why is there a bunch of ladybugs in here? So I like called up my grandparents. I'm like, what do I do? How do I fix this? What am I supposed to do? There's a bunch of ladybugs in here. And he was like, ladybugs? And I'm like, yeah, there's a crap ton of ladybugs in my room. Like, what do I do about that? So he told me to get some bug repellent, and I did. And I did some research. And they were Japanese beetles. And I read, and if I can find it again, I'll put it in here. And I read that, and I was like, nope. Oh, whoa! I did not sleep in my room for like a week after that because I was so terrified of it happening. But they never came back. I only had a horde that one day. Just that one day. Okay, so those were some of my irrational fears. And I asked around my friends too. I was like, hey, do you guys have any like irrational fears that you guys maybe want to tell me so I can put in my video? And they all said no. No, they didn't have any irrational fears, which you're a liar. Liar. You have some irrational fears, you liar. Somebody did tell me some. That was my friend Morgan. Hey Morgan, I see here. Let's see. She has a irrational fear of cockroaches. Me too. Water bugs. Which, if you don't know water bugs, you're not from the South, obviously. But there's little skitter things that just slide across the surface of the water. They're just like darting everywhere. Yeah. Going into a store but not buying anything and leaving. I feel that on an emotional level. Cause then they just like stare at you while you're walking in the store. Like the little boutique shops with like 5 racks. So you're just looking around and they're staring at you because they ain't got no more customers in the store, and they're just like, she gonna buy anything? And then you end up not liking anything and you walk out, and it's just dead power lines. Like if power lines have been cut and they're laying on the ground, she can't stand like driving over them. Which, if they were alive, your tires are rubber. I don't think you will get electrocuted, but that's just me. 18-wheelers driving under power lines, because she thinks that the 18-wheelers will not be short enough and they will ram into the wires. And driving over caution tape after football games. I don't know either. So we're done looking at those. I actually kind of want to look up some irrational fears on the internet and see if we can find any good ones. Ugh. Bless me. Alright. BuzzFeed article. This is gonna be good. 25 everyday irrational fears we all share. Thinking the cables will snap every time you ride an elevator. Yeah. No. Mine's, I don't usually just think about getting stuck in it. I don't think about it snapping. I just think about the power going out and me getting stuck in there for hours. That's not really a fear, it's just kind of like a concern. Falling into the abyss of sidewalk grates. Being stuck in public transportation and thinking this is your last moment. I don't understand. Oh, I relate to this one. Paranoia of being convicted, arrested, or accused of something for literally no reason. I relate to that on an emotional level. Tripping and endlessly tumbling downstairs and dying. I have thought about falling downstairs, but not really dying. Most of these are not. Riding the subway with only one other suspicious person. They put a picture of an actual person here, and I don't know if they know him or not, but if they don't know him and they put his picture on here for no reason, that's a pretty crappy thing to do, BuzzFeed. You just put up this man and told him he looks suspicious, and he's probably going to, like, he's probably not even, he's just sitting there, man. Alright, whatever. Bad move, BuzzFeed. I don't get on planes. That's an actual fear. That's not irrational. That's a real fear. You will never see me on a plane unless I'm sedated and gone. Walking on a street with a stranger who happens to go where you're going. Mine is like that, except they're driving behind me. Like if a car makes two turns that I do, makes the same two turns that I do, I just think that I'm gonna die. Okay. Some of those were good. Some of those were pretty stupid. Alright, here's one by thoughtcatalog.com. 35 freaky, irrational fears that'll make you a paranoid heap of anxiety. It's a little late for that. Whenever my leg or foot is dangling off the bed, something's gonna grab it. Yeah. Driving alongside semi-trucks, because what if it's a Decepticon and it sucks me under to my demise? Okay, I didn't read the rest of it. I just saw the driving alongside the semi-truckers, and it, yeah, okay. A shaky ceiling fan turned on high. Yep, that's a Final Destination thing right there. That movie ruined life for me. Everyone can read and communicate with their minds except for me. Yeah, I have a fear like that with one of my friends, because I was in her house and we were going back to her room, and I was thinking to myself, when I get back to her room, I'm gonna take my shoes off. And right after I thought that, she said, "You guys know you can take your shoes off, right?" And I was like, this one's stupid. Answering incoming calls from blocked or unknown numbers. That's why I don't answer any numbers that I don't know. Funny story with that, actually. I'll have to post another video of my awkward in public stories, because boy do I have some real juicy ones for y'all. Kidnappers. That's a real fear. Man, that's not irrational. People get kidnapped every single day. That's not a joke. That's a real fear. Alright. Okay. Alright, I feel that. Alright guys, that's all I got for this video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I will try to put out new videos every week if I can. I'm trying my hardest, I promise I'll try harder. Alright guys, love you so much, and remember, everything's better with salt. Bye!